Music producers, what's good? Today I'm back with another video as always on Tuesday. So I got the nice camera out for this one, but really I wanted to make this video because it was so eye-opening to me. So with talking to a lot of people recently, I am figuring out that a lot of successful top producers who are selling beats online, they aren't even doing this. Okay, and this is email marketing. So the two producers who I've been in the most contact with and working with the most are Dilly and Matthew May. Over the past few weeks, right, I've been talking to these guys. We've had a lot of calls. Really, with selling beats online, they have made a lot of money. And they are not even using email. I think Dilly said like he did less than 10 emails sent out in 2021. And that just blows my mind. Like it really, really does. So without further ado, let's talk about email marketing and how to use it as a producer. And then also we're going to talk about some big mistakes within email marketing. So if it's something you're trying and you're not seeing results, right, there's one big mistake that even Matt is currently making that I think once we fix is going to do even better for him with his email marketing and what he's trying to do. And as always, if you're watching this video, you probably want to learn more about selling beats online. So we have a free masterclass linked in the description below to help you get started as well from the founder of Heat, Robin Wesley. And I'll be honest with you guys, at the end of the masterclass, right, you probably already know this spiel if you've watched the videos, we are going to pitch you on our paid course, The Constant Conversion Strategy. Now, the reason on why I do not shy about talking about our paid course and talk about it in literally every video I get is because of the results that we actually get producers to start selling their beats online and getting them sales. Like, I just want to show you guys this. All right, so this guy came in Rucker Vorhox. He came in first week in the course, 120. Second week in the course, third week, kind of another beat sale. Then the third one, second one in a week for $239. So I had to ask him, like, was the course worth the investment? He said, I mean, already made my investment back within a month. And I didn't even set up my email marketing yet, so I gotta say yes. Now, I will say that, are you gonna make your investment back in a month? I don't know, right? We don't guarantee that you're gonna make your money back in a month. That's a stupid guarantee because we can't guarantee that. But what I can guarantee you is that this is the best course to give you the best chance about learning about marketing and selling your beats online. That is the one guarantee that I will make you until the day I die, that this is the best course that's gonna help you get started selling beats online. So with that being said, let's get into the one phrase that I love when it comes to email marketing, and that is, nobody uses email. Nobody checks their email. Nobody reads their email. Now listen guys, with this channel and with myself, I have always been upfront and honest with you guys. And I'll be honest with y'all again, right? I don't think that I've ever gotten email on my phone, my laptop, my computer, and I was like, oh sweet, an email. Let me open it and then purchase something. I don't think for like the forever that I've ever purchased something from an email being sent to me. And I also want to tell you guys that I don't think I've ever purchased anything from, once again, like my Facebook or Instagram feed on my phone. Like with using Facebook or Instagram ads, I don't think nobody's ever got me to purchase anything from Facebook or Instagram ads. Now, the reason why I tell you guys this is to say that email and Facebook ads and Instagram ads don't work because of my personal preference and that I myself have never bought anything. It's really dumb. It's really dumb to say that because of based on my one experience, these things don't work. And maybe one of the reasons that you don't check your emails is because it's filled with million-dollar companies trying to message and sell you something, right? That's the reason you don't look at your emails, because it's just all these huge million-dollar successful companies trying to message and sell you something. And I mean, guys, I'm right there with you, right? Why would we try and copy what the million-dollar companies are doing? Stupid. Why would we do that, right? They're making a lot of money with it. Stupid. We're not going to do that. It doesn't work because we, the one person, right? We don't do it, so it doesn't work. It's just dumb. These are million-dollar companies that are hugely successful, making a good chunk of money from email or whatever else example you want to take. And so just to say that, like, okay, nobody uses email, right? The only reason you're saying that is because you yourself probably don't use it. But to say it doesn't work simply because you don't use it, it's just dumb. Because if it didn't work at all, no company would ever use it and your inbox wouldn't be full of emails. So I put this here because like this is a belief that I need to break within you in thinking that you think that email doesn't work, because it does, because million-dollar companies are doing it. Also, there's a whole bunch of studies online about email marketing that you can find about statistics. This was in 2019. And it said that for every dollar you spend on email marketing, you can expect an average return of $42. So even with using the basic plans of like $20 a month, I spelled it wrong, with great email marketing, that's about $800 a month generated from email. Now, based off saying that, I also want to tell you this, that email marketing isn't a magical thing where everybody who signs up to join your email list is going to become a customer and buy beats from you. So by getting started, let's run through what you need to set up and what I think is the highest priority, which is flows and sequences. So with me and Matt talking, I asked him, how many free downloads do you get per week? And he said he gets about 400 to 500 free downloads per week. So every month, there is about 2,000 artists that join his email list. And that's it. They just sit there. He doesn't do anything with them. No flows, no even like one-off campaigns. They just sit there. He's collecting the emails, but he's not doing anything with them. Once again, Matt also makes a living from selling beats online. So there's a good amount of artists who just buy his beats and they just sit there on his list. No sequences to get them to return. No one-off campaigns to get them to return. Nothing. They just sit there. He pays every month for his email list and doesn't do a single thing with it. So you might be in the same boat, right? You may not have those large of numbers, but you're still collecting emails, or you think that, this is something that you should be doing, right? You see the importance of it. You may not be doing it right now, but you're like, okay, I'm going to start doing it. But, right, why email, right? What role does email marketing play in the whole marketing of your beat store and being successful selling beats online? So to understand this more, right, we need to look at where someone is in your sales funnel when they download a beat from your beat store. So this is a super easy diagram of a sales funnel, right? There's cold, warm, and hot. So when somebody free downloads a beat, in my opinion, and I think a lot of people would agree, right? When someone downloads a beat from your funnel, they are warm. Now, the reason why I say they're warm is because when someone first goes to your beat store for the first time, or they find your beats online, or really any first time interaction, or really just any interaction where they don't really take any other action other than watching or consuming your content, they are cold. But now when someone downloads a beat, or they take a next step to sign up for a lead magnet, or do some specific conversion action that isn't a purchase, they become warm because they've shown interest in what you're offering. So when an artist downloads a beat from you for free, right, they haven't paid you, but they've shown interest in your production and possibly using your production, right? Something about your beat got them to say, okay, like this might be a possibility for my music that I want to release. So what they've done is they've taken that step from going cold to warm, but you still need to guide them through going through warm to hot. You may try to argue this with me because you want to think you're in control, but as humans, we like being told what to do, right? We don't like confusion. We don't like uncertainty. We like knowing exactly what to do or what steps to take because it's super easy for us to follow and doesn't require us to think much. So that's what your sales funnel is, right? It's these steps, it's these systems that you have to take somebody from cold to a customer. So without using email or properly utilizing email, artists are just getting stuck in your funnel because they're downloading your beat and that's it, right? They don't know what else to do. Now you might think, okay, well, they download it. The next step is purchase it. But there's a lot more that goes on here, and let me explain that. And this is the thing with sales funnels, right? As each step happens and you go down in the funnel, right? They go from cold, warm to hot. It gets more narrow because less people are taking these actions. Like I said before, right? Not everybody who joins your email list is going to become a customer. So now I want to start off with mistake number one with email marketing that even I used to make videos on, and I didn't realize at the time the mistake that I was making. So with email marketing, this is a pretty usual setup and a setup that I made a video about when I first started. So let's say somebody free downloads a beat, right? You then have a coupon that gets emailed to them for 15% off. Okay, so like they've shown interest in your production, so you're like, hey, here's a 15% off coupon. What if that coupon doesn't work? What's your next step? Of like, okay, somebody free downloaded a beat, I gave them a 15% off coupon, but they didn't use it. Logically, and this is something that Matthew May has done that we're gonna kind of mess with and fix for him, is the next step then is like, okay, if they're not taking my 15% off coupon, then I need to up the coupon to something ridiculous. And over time, you get to a point of where it's like, okay, someone free downloads a beat, now they get a 50% off coupon. But here's the thing. Coupons and sales do work, but we're not solving the actual objection to why somebody isn't purchasing your beat. And really think about this, guys, right? If the reason on why artists wouldn't buy your beats is because of the price, then when you send that 15% off coupon, that would lead to so many sales every time. But in my honest opinion, from what I've seen and what it's gotten to with so many producers lowering their prices and raising coupons, is that it doesn't work like that, because pricing isn't the issue in most cases. Artists can afford your beats. If they couldn't, then this coupon would lead to so many sales, but it really doesn't. Now, also with this being said, do not get it mixed up that I'm saying that coupons and sales and discounts don't work. They do, but they do when you properly utilize them. And let me explain this a little bit more in depth. So now I want to kind of double back here again and get this, is that in some exceptions, price is the actual objection. And that's for many people in foreign countries. Matthew May has gotten this a lot of times, of where there's people in Brazil, India, South Africa, of with the way the conversion rates work, like $30 for a lease is a lot of money to those people in those foreign countries. And price is 100% the objection of why they can't buy it, is because they can't afford it, or it would just be such a heavy investment that they can't afford to make. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, Matt had an extremely smart idea of how we can actually tackle this with a custom website. And we'll talk about that more in the case study we release later on with him. But as of now, it's something I'm very excited, and I really hope it works, because I think it will work, because price is the actual objection. But like I said, we'll talk more about that when that case study releases later on. Might be a few months until that happens, but hey, it's something to look forward to. But now, in most cases, unless it's something like a foreign country, the actual objection to why somebody isn't purchasing, why the artist isn't buying your beat, is because the artist isn't ready to work with you. And I know that sounds very broad, so let me explain that even more. When an artist free downloads your beat, it's free. They don't have to commit to anything at all, right? They enter their name and their email and they get the beat. That's it. There's no money, there's no real anything involved. So when an artist buys your beat, they're making a commitment, and they're working with you as a producer. Even though there may not be any physical working, or they may never contact you, what it is they are still choosing to work with you. They are still choosing to pay and commit to your production and using your production. So the artists themselves are thinking, why should I buy this beat and work with this producer? Why him? The exact thought that they are thinking is, how is this beat, how is this producer getting me closer to my goals and my dreams? And you might think, like, Ryan, that's just like a corny way to look at that, and like that's not true. But that's exactly how sales works. So let's step out of selling beats and give you guys an example that isn't selling beats, so that way you can better understand it. So I'm going to give you guys the example with our course, The Constant Conversion Strategy, because you are the exact people that we are targeting for our course. You're a producer. We sell to producers. So here's the thing, right? Just because we offer you a 10% discount in the next slide, it doesn't mean that you're going to go run over and get our course now. Now, if you're somebody who has been warmed up and watching our content, and the only objection you had was price, that 10% coupon would probably be enough, or might lead you to purchase, because you've been warmed up, you've watched a lot of our content, and the only objection that you have is that you don't feel like we can't help you. It's just your objection that's stopping you is the price. So by offering you a coupon code, that's what's going to get you to purchase. But the thing is, for most people, price isn't the objection. The objection that most people have is, are these people really going to help me sell beats online? Why do you guys think I show all the screenshots at the beginning of this video? Why do you guys think I show up every week and make these videos and just do slideshows nowadays at this point, right? It's because I want to prove it to you in every single way possible that our course will help you sell more beats online and will give you the best chance at doing that. I want to tackle every objection I possibly can by showing you guys what other people are saying and displaying all the knowledge that I have, that we know about helping to sell beats online. So now back to selling beats, right? The objection that an artist has is simply, how will this beat, how will this producer help me further my goals in my career? After all, the artist is purchasing the beat from you so that way they can blow up, they can make a hit song, they can tour the world, they can have their freedom to make music for their day job, right? Whatever their big goal is, it's something related to that. But simply, right, you're selling an audio file. You're selling an MP3, a WAV file, or a zip file full of more audio files. That's what you sell. But what the artist is actually purchasing is something like this, is a huge world tour, is freedom to live off their music. That's what the artist is buying, but that's what you're selling is just an audio file, right? You need to understand that. So with that all being said, now let's get back into the email side of things. So what should your free email sequence look like to take somebody from a free download into a customer? Now, before I tell you this, I do want to tell you that Robin has literally done all of the work for you. Within CCS, we literally have email templates that you can plug and play with, and you just change a few things around and you're good to go. But of course, I don't want to leave you guys hanging there, so let me give you the exact outline of what these email sequences do to take somebody from a free download into a customer. So it's literally just 3 things. We have a welcome plus an introduction, so that way you go from this internet producer to somebody who actually has a soul and another person. Right? I want the artist to know that you are another person and not just some endless robot producing beats, right? You're an actual human. You have interests, you have hobbies. You can be relatable, you have empathy, right? I want the artist to know that, hey, this is an actual person who is talking to me. Second, we have what Robin called the artist relation sequence, and this is for relationship building. This is a very value-driven sequence. It's about 5 emails. I think it's exactly 5 emails. And then after that artist relation sales sequence, it's a tongue twister, we have our scarcity sale. So we're still using coupons. It's just everybody uses the coupon right here, right? The welcome. Hey, my name is XJYX Beats. Here's 50% off a beat. Instead, we're like, hey, we're an actual person. Then it's like, hey, we actually want to help you. And then it's like, hey, now we're running a sale, right? So these artists are getting very much warmed up. And then we pitch the sale to them. So like I just said, right? I'm not saying that sales and coupons don't work because we pitch sales and coupons in the sequences, but we don't do it until after a few emails of warming this person up and having them be like, oh, this is a producer who can actually help me in my career, right? Because when they buy a beat from you, like I said, they're working with you. The whole reason on why a lot of artists don't buy beats, it's not because of the price. We went over this. If it was because of the price, then a 15% off coupon would convert just like that so many times right off the bat. But the main objection that these artists have is they don't feel like your production is gonna help them get to that point in their career. Now, as always, at the end of the videos, right, if you want to learn more about email marketing and selling beats online, check out the free masterclass below. Peace out.